Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Porter at you. Today I'm going to demonstrate how you cut a screw. It's called the machine screw. As you can see, it has the machine threads on it. And this is an 832. I said it before. Most electricians, they only use 832s, 632s, and 1032s. Those are the most common screws they use. They do use other ones, but these are the most common ones. So I'm going to cut this screw, and this is one of the very easy ways of doing it. Just use a screw cutter, and you thread it through the threaded side first. But the other side is the cutting side. So you just kind of thread it through as far as you want to cut it. This is going to be a very shallow screw, so I want to cut it about maybe a half an inch. So I want to be I want to be shallow, like about right there. Like I said, I don't need a whole lot of thread on it. So I need about that much right there. And all you got to do is just press down and cut. Just cut like that. So you just cut that off. So now it's already cut. Now this preserves your thread. So when you back it back out, the thread is still preserved. Now you can kind of back it forward a couple of times just to make sure the thread is in the right perspective location. And in this situation, this 832, which is the same common screw that goes on the back of your drawer handles. So 832 is a very, very popular screw. And just want to make sure it threads in. And it does. See that? It's in there. I'm going to do another one just for demonstration purposes. Get the screw. Screw it through the 832 hole. Make sure these things line up. And you're going through the side with the thread side. So the thread side is always the side you go through first. If you go through the other way, like, you won't preserve your threads. So I see guys cut them with bolt cutters and grind them down. That works too if you're really good at it. But this is, if you don't know how to, you never cut a bolt before, you want to make sure the thread is good. So get your mark. You see how far you want to cut. Just press down, and that's it. That little beep you're hearing, that's my pliers. The pliers has a meter on it that detects electricity. That's what that is. I might show you how that works in a second. Preserve your threads. Make sure it fits in. Always take your time. Never want to cross thread anything. Cross threading, that means you got to get a tap and die set and rethread. It's more headache, more pain. Always take your time. If it don't line up, try to line it up. If you feel it crooked, keep it straight. This may have that little piece on it that's causing it to go crooked, but let's see if we can straighten it out real quick. Just gotta do one of these numbers. Yeah, it does have a piece on it that should have broken off when you cut it, but there we go. I think that's it. Always want to take your time, because when you rush, sometimes you make the job harder than it's supposed to be. If I would have forced that screw in there, I would have either messed up the screw or messed up the threads inside the thing itself. Now I cut one more just to show you. Same thing. Thread it through. Nice and easy. Keep the thread straight. Now, now this could be done with a regular nut and bolt too. You can get a regular nut that fits around a screw, cut it, and save the threads that way. The most important thing is you want the threads to be usable. If they're not usable, then you just wasted a lot of time for nothing. Gotta get that off of there. Okay, I'm gonna back this up a couple of times, back and forth. There's all kind of methods of cutting these bolts and nuts and screws and stuff, but this is one of the easiest ways. Don't have a lot of problems. Same thing again. Just thread it in. First time is always going to be a little off. Just make sure you have it straight in there. Balance it out. There you go. But it can't help to put a little bit of oil on it either. You get a little motor oil, a little 3-in-1 oil, WD-40, whatever works. Now that little beep you was hearing, let me show you real quick how this works. How am I going to do this? Can I switch this over? I don't think I can switch it over while I'm recording. That may be the problem. It doesn't allow me to switch over while I'm recording. But I do it this way. Say for example you have an outlet like this one. And you want to see the power. So this little tester, I don't use it that often, but you push this button down and it's supposed to tell you have to come in contact with it. Doesn't really work on this. It has to be actual wires. I don't have any live wires around me to show you, but maybe if I do it this way it'll work. If probably not going to work for me. Guess not. It's supposed to tell you that you have power. But it works better on wires. This is not really designed for an outlet, but it works better on wires. But that's basically what it does. It just tells you this power. It doesn't test the circuit, it just tells you got power. Until next time, guys, there's Porter. Catch you on the next one.